Hi, I'm Dr. Eileen O'Connor, and I'm here to talk about the rules of engagement if you're taking any of my courses. These rules are quite general, though, and they pretty much apply to anything in the Mallet program or even courses within the education division that I might teach. First of all, we are developing an online community. Even though you are 100% online and separated from each other geographically, you're going to be benefiting from working with one another. And to do that, you are going to be working with principles developed by a gentleman called Vygotsky way back in the last century from Russia, who really saw the value of lateral learning with colleagues. And to do that, though, you're going to be required to participate on a weekly basis and also to have very good computers. And we have gone through a lot of work in the Mallet program, and SUNY has provided us with funding so that we can make materials available to you at very low costs. But we do need for you to invest in some technologies. Also, we're going to be asking you to share emails with one another, and we will be facilitating that. And it'll be important that you develop these relationships and share with us an email that you're willing to share with others in the class, and you'll be prompted for that within the program itself. Now, one of the first things you're going to need, and let me move myself out of the way, is a good headset. I don't have one on right now because I'm working in a pristine environment, but it will be important that you are able to have a microphone near your mouth, particularly when we meet synchronously. It's going to be critical so that you're not creating feedback problems with others in the class. You're also going to need a very good computer. A desktop is your most cost-effective. It will give you good performance and be quite stable. A laptop will do, but they tend to be more expensive to get the stability. You're going to be moving it around, but that's going to be your choice. But you need to have a good computer. A netbook, Chromebook, those will not be sufficient for all the work you need to do. You can use a PC or a Mac. Honestly, you're going to get better support for PCs, but we generally have enough Mac people to help us out if there are issues that come up. I'm a PC person myself, worked for IBM for 10 years, and have just stayed with the PC line. Very important, though, is going to be to have good screens. Now, this is my ideal situation. If I had that double screen setup, you're going to be interacting with one another. You're going to be reading a lot of documents. So the more that you have a good technology screen, the better. Another benefit that you'll have is through Empire State College, you'll have something called LinkedIn Learning, and that is tutorials that really use video, and you might be using them in some of your courses. You're also going to have Microsoft Office 365. So I would recommend, again, that you have that very good technology. You're going to need to have a webcam. Just as I'm doing right now, I'm recording myself from a webcam. You're going to have to do that. Some of the webcams are built into your computers, and you might want to use that, like this gentleman with showing off his laptop. I like the detachable webcam because I can use it for other purposes, but make sure you have a webcam available one way or another. And part of that is because you are going to be doing screencasting just as I am here. And I'm moving the little window with me in it out of the way. It will let you show what's going on your computer, as I'm doing now. Also, if you have the webcam, you can show things in your room. And we'll be using this free version. If you have screencasting software on your computer, then you don't need to get that. But most of you will use this. And the other thing that is really central is your participation. You're expected to participate weekly. If there's an emergency, you can get in touch with me by email. We'll set up an alternative date for things being due. But you really are supposed to be participating on a weekly basis in my courses. To that effect, I have created schedules that you'll be able to see with dates when things are due. In general, I break things into tasks or reports that are due within a week. I personally do not like the idea of aggregating big projects and making them due at the end of the semester, so I break them into smaller pieces. So you'll see that each week some different tasks might be involved. I also use a process where you report a lot of your assignments directly to a discussion board that you share with your colleagues. You may be using video like I'm doing now, or you may have a print or text discussion, but you need to be there weekly to submit your work, but also a part of the grade is you're responding to colleagues. And I use a format often where you cannot submit your assignment until you finish it. I don't want you just waiting for one person to submit and then copycatting that person. I want all of you to have your unique voice. So you'll be submitting work in some cases to the class. I do grade you privately, but I want everybody to be participating again, barring some emergency. So I put myself back in the picture here to say goodbye for now, but you're going to be asked to join the course colleagues and write in how you're going to plan to achieve the objectives of being present and available. Give tips to one another. You all have busy lives, so let's find ways that we can collectively get some good ideas about sharing, and then go ahead and share and learn throughout the course.